Hey Wargamers, today we're going to continue our 2019 update of the Tau Codex by looking at the Ghostkeel. Now, the Ghostkeel is a pretty unique unit in the Tau Codex. It has a lot of durability, not a lot of output, and so you're looking at it primarily as a tactical unit for positioning and that sort of thing. So we're going to talk about how you might want to use a Ghostkeel in your army today. Before we do that though, I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit subscribe. That way you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, including the continuation of our 2019 update on the Tau Codex. The Ghostkeel itself is a single model, and it comes with 2 stealth drones associated with it. They each have their own stat line. The Ghostkeel has variable movement based on wounds, starting at 12 inches. Has a weapon skill of 5 up, a ballistic skill that's also variable, starting at 4 up, the standard Tau ballistic skill there. Strength 6, toughness 6, 10 wounds. And then it has 3 attacks baseline, although you never want to use this guy in close combat for reasons we'll get to in a minute. Leadership 8 and a 3 up save. The stealth drones that come with it have movement 12, weapon skill 5 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 wound, 1 attack, leadership 6, which is still a big deal even though there's only 2 of them, and a save of 4 up. So right off the bat, you'll notice that the Ghostkeel itself is actually pretty durable. Toughness 6, 10 wounds, 3 up save. Not as durable as, say, a Devilfish or something like that, but for a model that can do all the things that a Ghostkeel can, that's not bad. So fairly good durability. The drones, of course, still drones. They have movement 12, which means that they're faster, which is good. It means that they can keep up the Ghostkeel when it's at full wounds, and when it's at less than full wounds, they have a little bit of wiggle room to reposition and that sort of thing, which is important because you'll want to protect those drones. They do have leadership 6, like all drones, which means that even if you just lose one, you could lose the other to morale, so keep that in mind. As far as special rules go, the Ghostkeel has Infiltrator, which allows it to deploy outside your deployment zone so long as you're more than 12 inches away from an enemy. This is the same Infiltrator rule that Stealth Suits have, so you could potentially pair your Ghostkeels with Stealth Suits and put them somewhere else on the battlefield as their own little fire base. I should also mention the Wall of Mirrors stratagem. It's 1 CP. It says, use this stratagem at the start of your movement phase. Pick a Sept Stealth Suit unit from your army that is within 6 inches of a Sept Ghostkeel unit. You may immediately remove the Stealth Suits from the battlefield and set up again anywhere within 12 inches of that Ghostkeel and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Note that this does not count as falling back if the Stealth Suits were within 1 inch of an enemy unit when it was removed. So that's actually pretty useful if you're in a situation where you need to move your Stealth Suits out of combat or reposition them in some way. This can allow you to slingshot your Stealth Suits towards an objective. It can allow you to pull your Stealth Suits back out of combat, but it's not something that I'm going to build a list around. It's not something that I'm going to focus on in the list development phase. Doing that pairs well with their other special rule, for the greater good. Of course, most Tau units have for the greater good, but if you're using Infiltrator on a Ghostkeel by itself, it's probably not going to be in a position to fire for the greater good. However, if you pair it with Stealth Suits, then that's different. You will have an option to use this, but overall, for the greater good is probably less useful on a Ghostkeel than it is on a lot of the other Tau units. The Ghostkeel also has the Ghostkeel Electro Warfare Suite, which allows you to subtract 1 for hit rolls for hits made against a Ghostkeel that are more than 6 inches away. The Electro Warfare Suite on itself is one of the selling points of the Ghostkeel. It's fantastic. Being able to reduce an opponent's ability to hit you is great, especially on a unit that already has a little bit of durability built in like the Ghostkeel does. So that -1 to hit is really important, but the caveat on that is that it requires you to be more than 6 inches away. That, combined with Infiltrator special rule, kind of puts the Ghostkeel in a weird position. And this is a theme that you'll see throughout the rules for the Ghostkeel, is that there are elements of the Ghostkeel that want to be close and elements of the Ghostkeel that want to be far away. Infiltrator wants you to be close, and the stealth aspects of it want you to be far away. So it's challenging to kind of balance those two. And I think it really takes a keen eye and particular deployment zones and tactical situations to really allow the Ghostkeel to shine. Otherwise, you're kind of in this weird no man's land of trying to stay close but not too close and far but not too far and all that sort of thing. So you'll see what I'm talking about as we move our way through here, but just kind of keep that in mind. The 2 stealth drones that the Ghostkeel has also benefit the Ghostkeel. So in addition to offering saver protocols, they have a -1 to hit field. That applies to not only the drones themselves, but also to Ghostkeels within 3 inches. So if a Ghostkeel is within 3 inches of at least 1 stealth drone and more than 6 inches away from an enemy, it is actually -2 to hit, which is fantastic. That's really a valuable thing, and that's really why you bring Ghostkeels, is because they are hard to hit. -2 is a big deal, especially for armies that are hitting on 4s or 5s, right? It used to be that orcs, before their current Codex, couldn't hit a Ghostkeel a lot of the time because they just couldn't roll 7. So -2 to hit is nothing to sneeze at. It's a fantastic attribute and allows Ghostkeel to be on the tabletop and generally be ignored. Most opponents will just look at that -2 and say, you know what? I'm going to shoot at something else. I don't care what that Ghostkeel is going to do. I am not going to kill it, so I'm going to redirect my firepower towards something that's actually going to make a difference. So that reason is really why the Ghostkeel is as durable as it is. The stat line is good, but the -2 to hit is far better. So that combination of -1 from the Electro Warfare Suite and the -1 from the drones is critical. It means that you want to protect your drones, though. You can lose one to saber protocols or to shooting or something like that, but you need to have at least one alive, and that means protecting it. The drones themselves are much easier to hit because they're only -1 to hit, and so you need to put them in places where they're going to be less easily seen, less easily shot at, and certainly keep them out of range of assault. So keeping them safe is really the key to keeping your Ghostkeel safe. As far as options go, your main gun, you have either the option of a Fusion Collider or an Ion Raker. The Fusion Collider is a D3 fusion blaster. It's really underwhelming in a lot of ways, unfortunately. D3 fusion blaster shots is, on average 2, so you have 2 fusion blasters on a model this size is really underwhelming. If you're looking for fusion shots, Crisis Suits are the way to go. Commanders are the way to go. Don't be investing in Ghostkeels to get fusion shots. As far as the Ion Raker is considered, that's clearly the better choice when considering this. It's a 24-inch Heavy 6 cyclic ion blaster. So the same stat line as a cyclic ion blaster, strength 7, -1, 1 damage, or you can overcharge it to improve that. But instead of just having a few shots, you have 6 shots, and it's range 24 inches, which is better than the 18 inches on the Fusion Collider and better than the 18 inches on a cyclic ion blaster. So this is really the better weapon here. It gives you a better range, which is important because, again, we want to stay out of that 6-inch bubble for reasons of preserving our Electro Warfare Suite benefit, but also because we don't want to be assaulted. So staying further away, having that few extra inches with the 24-inch range is important. So that's going to be the weapon that we're going to stick with. As far as supporting systems go, you have a few different options, right? The Ghostkeel itself is fairly durable because of that -2 to hit in most cases. But you can still go with a shield generator, right? If you get a shot through that -2 to hit, 3-up save, not going to cut it in a lot of cases, especially with the types of weapons that might be firing at a Ghostkeel. So a shield generator, not a bad idea. Additionally, things like a velocity tracker might not be a bad idea. You're not necessarily going to be moving very much with a Ghostkeel. So having a velocity tracker in order to pew-pew at things with fly, not a bad idea either. But I think kind of the more standard loadout of Advanced Targeting System and Target Lock are my go-to options. Target Lock allows the Ghostkeel to move around a little bit, and the Advanced Targeting System will not only benefit its main gun, but also helps you kind of refine your secondary weapon choice. Now, if you are going to go with Advanced Targeting System, I think that taking a normal burst cannon as your secondary weapon, you can get 2 of them, is really the way to go. Then you have 8 strength 5, -1 AP shots coming out of that Ghostkeel. That's nothing to sneeze at either. That's pretty decent. You definitely don't want to go with the Flamer, right? The Flamer is going to be beneficial against charges, but really, if your Ghostkeel is being charged, something has gone wrong. So stay away from the Flamer. The other option is taking a pair of Fusion Blasters, and you could do that. But again, that's 18-inch range. Burst cannons are 18-inch range too, right? So it's not like you're gaining or losing anything there, but it's only 2 shots, and it doesn't necessarily complement the overall goal of bringing the Ion Raker. So either way, I would be fine with either burst cannon or fusion blasters, depending on what's in the rest of my list. But if I am bringing the fusion blasters, I'm probably not going to be taking the Advanced Targeting System. Instead, I'm going to be looking at something like the shield generator or the velocity tracker instead of Advanced Targeting Systems, just because the Advanced Targeting System isn't going to make as big of a difference for the fusion blaster, and I want my support systems to benefit all of my weapon choices. So that's what I would take in terms of loadout. But what about sept choice? Well, I think the Ghostkeels are going to do well in pretty much any sept, except for Farsight Enclaves. They're not going to want to get that close, so Farsight isn't really going to work for them, but they can support any unit in any of those sept choices and can benefit fairly well from any other one. Viewer Law is a little bit more borderline because they don't actually have the types of weapons that are going to be benefited as much with Viewer Law as some other units, but if you're wearing stealth suits with Viewer Law, then maybe your Ghostkeel is a good choice to go with them. Overall, what's my recommendation? Well, depending on deployment, I think Ghostkeels can occupy a certain portion of the board and do a good job of being a unit that can control the board, but offer a few shots here and there to your overall fire output. But really, the Ghostkeel itself is not a remarkable unit. It just doesn't have the output, and a lot of those zoning and screening options that the Ghostkeel can do can be done just as well, if not better, by other units that have better fire output. So end of the day, I'm going to avoid Ghostkeels in my army lists. I know some people like them. It's a fantastic model. I really wish it had more fire output or more range or something, but it doesn't. So for that reason, I'm going to stay away from the Ghostkeel. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the Ghostkeel or not, and why? And as always, thanks for watching and happy wargaming. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This channel is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider joining our community over there and continuing the discussion on our associated Discord server. Special thanks to Shifty, Jim Bob, Scott Heater, Nick Steele, Jared Egler, Tao Oswell, Zach Brooks, Stephen Cohen, Jake Johnson, Eric Jackson, Benjamin Julian Peck, Andy M. Young, Giovanni DiMaggio, and Chris Kessler.